Hello.
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 Welcome back to Simon's Peculiar Portions. We don't have a rapport, do we? We don't have like a me saying a bit of it and
we
you
don't
saying
have
a
a
bit of it.
rapport.
We don't have really.
I like how you're saying that after 14 years. 14 years.
We don't have like a. We
Wow.
haven't planned anything, an intro or anything.
Like a call and response thing.
Some kind of catchy thing to let people know that this is not just some ham-fisted fly-by-night gibberish
All right.
nonsense
how
garbage.
How about you say, welcome to Simon's, and then I do people.
Yeah, I see. That sounds bad. Even just you saying it.
No.
Do you want me to do it though?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Simon's.
There we go.
With a little.
Yeah.
I mean, for
We
the
did that
podcast
before.
audience, did we?
Yeah.
Will you waggle your little finger?
You
the
waggle
pinky?
your little finger, your pinky
Beep.
finger.
I can't really do it. I don't have good.
Yeah, you said that last time we did
have
this
good.
as
Did
well.
I?
Yeah.
I don't have good pinky dexterity. Still, I've not been practicing. If I'd been practicing my pinky, did you practice regularly? Is this a thing you do on your streams?
This is what I always.
Simon Honeydew on Twitch.
Well, I don't have the camera
Streaming on
I got the
the
VTuber,
Tuesday. Oh, so they can't even see.
the big boobed clown YouTuber.
Well, that's true. Well, you don't have to show your face. You know, you got to keep your anonymity
Yeah.
on the internet, or else people would find out that you're a weird.
I am like in shadow, right?
Yeah, well,
You've
we have
masked
a
me.
voice changer as well.
Have you superimposed a clown face on my face?
Alex, please add that in post.
Booze news.
Booze.
Booze news. I
Okay.
got 3 stories about alcoholic beverages.
Oh, that sounds thematic.
Story number 1. There's New Brew, a very nice beer that's available. Oh no, it's drinking water. It's not even beer. Wait, it is beer, right? Yeah, it's definitely beer.
Well, beer is made with water.
That's true, actually. That's true.
Yeah.
So they needed water to make the beer. Mm-hmm. And this water is very special because it used to be sewage. It used to have piss and shit in it. From when people go toilet.
Why have you said that so weird?
What do you mean? What's so weird about that? I'm
It
trying
used to have
explain it.
piss and shit in it.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. But doesn't that mean it is it? It's just.
No. It's water, but then it's got piss and shit in it. And then you remove the piss and shit, and then you're left with water again.
Yeah, but
That's how
Doesn't it
indoor
all-
plumbing works, right?
Yeah.
You have a bit of water. If you're in America, you have a shitload of water.
Yeah.
And then you go tumble, toilet. The poop will spill out. The poop will
tumble,
poppy,
toilet poppy, sewage
Poppy
water,
water, yeah.
makey, drinky water
and
beer.
then you get like a fishing net and you get all the turds out.
Is there a man whose job it is to do
Yeah. And then there's a guy with a straw and he sucks all the piss up, leaving the clean water.
that? Can you
And then
imagine
they put that-
advertising for that job? Wanted.
Piss slurper.
They'd call it like urine management engineer, though,
Oh
wouldn't
my
they?
God.
You know, but they'd mean piss slurper. But you wouldn't want to write that on your CV. If that was your fetish.
I think you put something like operations manager.
Right.
Sorry, Daft. Sorry.
Very rude. So what? It's just recycled water.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that
Isn't that like most water is
recycled?
from... Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Where do we get?
Where did water come from? We're in Bristol. This time of year in particular...
Very rainy.
No.
Not rainy.
The canal fucking stinks.
Right.
It's bad. Smell real bad. Real bad.
Because poopy.
Because it's got piss and shit in it.
Right.
And then I go home, I turn my tap, fill my kettle, I sniff the water, and it smells like piss and shit.
Does
I'm like,
it?
has this come straight from the canal? How? This is why I like drinking the water in the office.
You shouldn't be drinking that at home. You shouldn't smell like that. Sounds like you need a plumber.
It smells like piss and shit. I'm going to find out that my sewage leads directly to my kitchen tap this whole time.
That sounds like things are wired up wrong, dude. Anyway, I feel like once it's been like gone through, is it like a filtering process? You know, where it goes through
I imagine there is some sort of filtering
the
process.
sand and gravel and all those things, you know, the layers of...
With the twigs at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that on Reddit as well.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And then, you know, eventually you end
layers
up with...
of sand.
Right.
Yeah.
What are they different ones?
There's pebbles, sand, gravel, sand, something
Charcoal.
else. Charcoal.
That's one of them.
And sticks, I think, at the bottom.
Yeah, and they've each got a different purpose. But, I mean, that's what nature does.
Yeah, basically.
When it filters water through itself for us to drink.
Yeah.
God, we are so stupid. We don't know anything about...
We don't know how... We don't even know where water comes from.
We're so privileged. We have no idea. So this is, I assume, the news that the internet is also confused because they've heard this beer is being made from recycled water and they're upset. Why don't we read the article?
So this is from Singapore. I'm going to paraphrase.
Well, they don't have a lot of space in Singapore, do they? You know what I mean? A lot of people, not a lot of land.
Sure.
So I guess they have to like recycle their stuff more, you know, or at least be careful. What?
So it says it's a collaboration between the country's national water agency, which seems to be called PUB.
Okay. It's probably like the Public Drinking Water Foundation. Here we go. I did it.
That doesn't spell pub, though.
It's got the first three letters. Public. It's not... It's fine.
And the local craft brewery called Brewworks.
Very original.
It's a blonde ale. That means it's yellow, like piss. It's available in supermarkets.
So how would you know?
So you can go out, if you're in Singapore, you can go out to a supermarket and you can get this piss water.
Well, a lot of people
beer.
would probably refer to this beer as, if it's a blonde lager, a piss beer anyway, right? Especially the drinkers of the ales and, you know, your ilk, you know.
My ilk.
Yeah,
What do you mean my ilk?
you drink the black stuff,
Guinness.
the brown stuff. Oh my God.
Guinness is...
So if they're using the piss to make this, what are they using the poo for?
chocolate cake. That's the other thing that they're releasing in the supermarket. Do you know what? I think I'll pass on the chocolate cake. Why do they have to shape it like a turd?
Don't pass on the chocolate cake. That's part of the problem. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So they have special new water recycling technology. It involves disinfecting the sewage water. It's treated with ultraviolet rays, and then it's got various filters and stuff, and then it becomes drinkable water.
Yeah, and then I'm sure
then they take that and they make it into beer.
The beer fermentation process probably cleans up the water even more. Maybe they don't even need to clean it up to that extent. Because, you know, beer used to be the standard, didn't it, in medieval England?
Because it was safe to drink.
Because it had been brewed, yeah. And so it probably gets rid of a lot of the... Probably back in the day, beer was much poopier and pissier than this beer.
That's the point. The point is that beer wasn't poopy and pissy, but the water was.
Right.
Which is why they drank the beer.
Yes, but I'm saying that it was made of more poop and piss. It started with a higher poop and piss concentration than now. So I mean, even this piss beer probably doesn't have as much piss in it as back in the day.
I'm starting to regret having this story on here. I really am. There's some reviews. Someone bought it from the local supermarket and they said, I seriously couldn't tell this was made with toilet water. I don't mind having it if it was in the fridge. I mean, it tastes just like beer and I like beer.
It is beer.
Not the greatest review, is it?
Well, it's fine.
But it's fine.
This reminds me of like astronauts and stuff, right? In space, they always talk about like recycling water.
Yeah.
And
they pee into something and then they filter the pee and then it becomes drinkable water, potable water.
Yeah, potable. But also, you know, how many times, you know, can that go round in the cycle? But also, like...
There must be a limit.
Yeah, because it would just get more and more...
But where else are they going to get water from?
Comets.
I mean, we create water. We exhale water. Mm-hmm. So there must be a way of, like, getting the condensation and stuff.
Yeah, there must be. Otherwise, it would all get all fucked up in the electrics.
Yeah.
They must have, like, got some dehydration stuff.
Take water out of the air
Yeah.
and then make that into drinkable water again.
Then again, like the sewage system, I guess the amount of poo and pee per water, like every time you flush, that uses quite a lot of water, right?
Yeah.
And so you're already like...
So there's a lot of water for like... Well, it depends how big a turd you do.
Right.
Me and Tom were playing the quarry, and there's a special scene where you look under someone's bed and there's a bucket, and you look in the bucket and there is just a giant turd in there.
Okay.
A giant turd. And I was thinking, if you do that like every morning, the ratio of water to turd is quite low. When you want it to be high, you want a lot of water to small turd.
I guess what I'm saying is, imagine in England when you have the low toilet water.
Yes.
And if you were just collecting the raw poops and peas, and you just had a big lot of that, like very concentrated, it would be much different to if you had all of the sewage, which is all the shower water and all the dishwasher and washing machine
grey
water.
water.
Yeah, all the grey water. So I don't know, is this toilet water actually toilet water, or is it like the grey water? Do you know what I mean? Which is a lot less...
That's a good question.
Problematic.
I mean, they do mention that they do disinfect it. So it is sewage water. They do mention sewage water time and time again.
Very specifically.
Yeah.
Like they want to make this out of the poos and peas.
Like they're making a point that you can make drinkable water from sewage.
They're making an effort.
Yeah. And that's why they've released a beer to
They didn't have to do this.
That they're doing this.
They could have just made it out of normal
normal water.
But they decided to make it out of poo water.
To raise awareness of the fact
water.
that they're...
Able to.
Yeah. Which is fair enough.
Why didn't they just, make some spring water instead if they were that confident about
You can't
it?
just make spring water, though, do you? It comes from ground.
No, but half the spring water is just out of the tap, isn't it?
Well, a lot of it is, but some of that is still from the ground, not from, like, a toilet.
Well, look, wherever it came from, even, like, from the ground, they keep it in, like, reservoirs.
Yeah.
And they're probably full of poo and pee anyway. It all gets
Birds
treated.
and fish are in it.
Rats
Birds
dying there.
swimming around.
All those balls.
Fish flying over the water, pooping into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the other way around.
Look, I'm just saying, everything has probably got a little bit of poo and pee in it at some point, and you've probably drank some, and you liked it. So, what's wrong with this? Is this news? No.
This isn't news.
This was just an excuse for us to say poo and pee.
Maybe that should be our
for
new
10 minutes.
Maybe that should be our new ranking or rating system. Is this news?
No.
Lewis says no. This is not news. Big X appears.
Do you think this is news?
I think it's news because it shows off the innovations in reclaiming potable water from sewage water.
But I think we could do this before. I think.
Probably.
In the Middle Ages.
Probably.
I mean, what I'm saying is that beer is like obviously always, you can always make pee into beer. But there's probably a guy making pee beer right now, actually out of concentrated pee.
Okay.
And there's other people probably drinking it. You can probably buy it.
So you're saying this isn't as innovative as they sort of claim it is?
No.
I'd like to see you make beer out of your own piss and poo.
Would you drink it if I did?
No. I would watch you drink it.
Okay, all right.
No, but how does it taste, Lewis? How does it taste?
Still better than Budweiser.
It's a bit nutty. So, do you think this is news?
No, this is an advert.
This is an advert. What's it an advert for?
It's an advert for Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Okay.
Okay.
Wisconsin lager.
You can buy a pack of beer. What's the normal size of beer, you'd think?
24?
Well, I was thinking 6-pack is the classic.
Yeah, but if you're getting like a crate of it, it's like...
If you want to
24?
stock up 24 beers, sure. Here...
Maybe 32?
You can buy an
slab.
1844 pack.
1844.
Pack.
Because that was when...
The year of Pabst Blue Ribbon was founded?
Yes.
Really?
1844. To celebrate, they're releasing a crate of 1,844 cans of their lager beer,
So there is...
which is about 5%.
Okay.
4.8-ish, I think it is.
Is that alcohol?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a strong beer. It's not like piss. It's not like 3%.
How much is it?
It's $849.49 for 1,844. Very cheap.
It was about 50 cents per can.
Very cheap.
Well, you are buying in bulk. Why? Okay, my first issue with this is, one, is that an uneven stacking number?
Right. So is that number divisible by 24?
A reasonable number, yeah. Or is that beer like have an incomplete layer? Do you know what I mean, in the box?
Can we hang on?
Can we get some maths?
What's it?
1844
divided by 24.
Well, it doesn't need to be 20.
No.
Okay, it doesn't. What about
32? No.
Well, no, but
What about 8? It's got to be divisible by 8. It's not.
well, what about 5?
What's it called?
It's
Factors.
not
Is it
divisible by
factors?
5. You should know that.
Is this the one? Is
What are
this
the factors of 8?
Wow, not a lot.
1, 2, 4, 461, 922, and 1844.
Yeah. So it's a very awkward number
It is. It's
to
almost
divide up.
a prime. Well, it's not prime, obviously, because it's divisible
It's almost a
by
prime.
2. But do you know what I mean? Like,
all those.
it's got a very small number of factors.
The 5 Well, I guess it's only 4, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
only 4 that isn't itself and 1.
being not divisible by 8 or 12 is unusual
I mean, it's an even number. So
for a big
that's-
even number.
So it's out
So
immediately.
it is going to have a weird setup in there. You're
How
going to
long
have
do you
some empty.
think it'll last, people? People that are going to buy this.
If you were a person who had the ability to buy this, well, it's massive.
My stimulus check just came through 3 years ago.
How much does it weigh?
It's 12 ounces per tin.
Can you do that then? 12 ounces times
How much does an ounce
1844.
of beer weigh? So 614 kilos.
Right, okay, sure. Which is how many tons?
0.6 of a metric ton.
Right. So that crate of beer is 2/3 of a ton of weight.
Yes.
How much does,
In metric.
how much does an elephant weigh?
Oh, look. So it's 120 kilos at
Okay.
birth.
Right.
So it's 5 of them. 5 newborn baby elephants.
I reckon you can get that in the back of your truck.
5 newborn baby elephants of beer.
So you're in America.
I like that. That's a good way to put it. Now I understand what that is.
You pull up, you've got one of those big Dodge trucks.
Yeah.
Whatever
A
it's
Dodge
called.
truck.
It's a Dodge something.
I'm just hanging out in my Dodge
It's the
truck.
one that you know what it looks like because it's the one that is the most like DUI'd truck in the
Yeah.
like car in the world.
Yeah, you always see them at the side of the road, like on their sides, inside of a tree,
Yeah.
wrapped around it.
And so you drive up to wherever the fuck sells this, which I assume it looks
Walmart.
sure. You get it out
You're in your
to your
Dodge,
car.
your Dodge Challenger.
Yeah, you take it back to your shack or cabin.
How are you carrying it? It weighs 5 newborn baby elephants.
Well, you got your family to help.
All right, okay. The little ones.
Well, they'll help you drink it as well, I assume.
Here you go, Hunter and Chris Gong,
Cody and
Donkey Brongle. Yeah.
Donkey Brongle Jr.
Chase. Probably call one of them Chase.
Well, one might be called Dodge.
Kaylee, but it's spelled K-L-A-I-E-E-G-H-E-I-A-E-E-A-I-E-A-Y.
Why? Thank you. Right, yeah.
Kaylee.
So, and let's assume that
Come on, Kaylee!
you crack open a cold one.
Yeah. Like, foam and spray goes everywhere.
I guess a lot of it gets wasted in that.
Yeah.
But then, and then the next one.
Kaylee, grab your daddy and Bob, damn it, Bob. grab your... I'm trying to do the accent.
You're doing it fine.
Kelly, grab your dad another beer. I'm watching my stories.
Yeah, sure. And
So how long would it take him to get through this?
well, how many is he having a night? Let's be generous.
Oh, probably about 922.
So if we use 922, it's just a rough number that you pulled out of your.
Yeah.
It would just be a Saturday and Sunday then, I guess.
Yeah.
But if it was even a high number of like 10 a day.
I don't think if you're buying that, you're not drinking just 10 a day.
10 a day is a lot, isn't it? Tom's nodding. It feels like a lot.
It is, but this is for alcoholics.
No, but
it? Let's be honest.
I know, but
Right? You're going to be drinking like 20 of them.
all right,
easy.
fine. 20 a day. That'll last you 3 months. Because it's not 90, right? 90 days at 20 a day is 100 and...
Sure, yeah. 3
Yeah?
months.
3 months? Yeah?
Yeah,
Sure.
that works
That
out.
feels fine, doesn't it?
You're going to have to buy a fridge. Like a spare fridge, a beer fridge.
Well, I mean, you...
You can't put all of it in there, obviously.
Well, no, but you don't need to. You're not going to drink 9...
Yeah, but if you're drinking 20 beers a day, you're going to have your own beer fridge, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, you don't have to, like... You could just do a layer of beer, and then when you go to bed, you could just put more in.
You're so wankered by the end of the night.
Oh, right. There's no chance of...
Kaylee, put some more beer in the fridge.
All right.
She's like 5 years old. It's the fucked up thing.
Oh, shit.
Daddy, I'm hungry, Daddy. Have another slice of American cheese. Thanks, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
Oh, it sounds like a real... Just a heavenly place to live,
Yeah.
isn't it? South America.
Yeah.
Well, not South America, but South...
It's Milwaukee.
Right. Oh, where the Pabst Blue Ribbon...
It's fairly north.
Does he work?
It's snowy.
Does this man work at the Blue Ribbon factory,
Yeah.
maybe?
It's Jeff Pabst.
That's just the Pabst dynasty.
Jeff Pabst. Yeah.
You like hiccup when you say it.
He's German,
Pabst.
maybe? I don't even know if it's a German name. It looks vaguely German. There's a lot of Germans, I think, Wisconsin.
Sure. I mean, so yeah, this is an advert, not news.
What? So again, not news.
This is...
No, this is news. This is booze news. Lewis, they're celebrating being around since 1844.
Oh, I know, because look, they did this before. Look, scroll up. They did a 1776 pack last time, which is the Independence Day year, right?
Yeah, 1776 Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The signing of the Constitution. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Thank you.
Right.
I knew what it was.
Booze news.
Well, I'm not American,
What?
believe it or not.
What?
So I wasn't. We weren't clued up on this stuff. We didn't learn about the Declaration of Independence and stuff at
You're
school.
Japanese.
Did you?
You're wearing your. Is there a name for this?
It's kind of a yeah. There is.
Oh, okay.
It eludes me,
Okay.
but you know what can you do?
Yeah. Let's just call it a ginseng.
Sure. Do you know what? We should give things names.
Yeah.
I was complaining about this the other day.
Pontuki. I'm a bit worried I'm going to end up saying something rude.
No,
A
these
bukkake. Oh my god. Okay, so you are gonna have to. We're gonna have to describe an image in this next one for the people listening to the audio.
paint a picture
We will paint a
in
picture.
the minds of the podcast listeners. So the news article says bartenders urged not to serve whiskey thief in illustrated warning.
So obviously they don't want to warn other people of this gentleman, and they don't have a photograph of him. So they've
Because-
created a drawing.
Like some medieval fucking shit. but the drawing is done by... I have no idea who did this.
It looks like it's on the back of a receipt or something.
And it's done in biro. It looks like a cartoon man.
Eyes very close together.
Eyes very close together. I mean, he's quite distinctive if he actually looks anything like this.
He looks a little bit like Rylan.
Who the fuck is...
Rylan.
Who the fuck is...
Rylan.
Who's that?
With the big smile. The gay man with the big smile.
Does he work here?
No, he doesn't work here. Rylan.
Is he one of the new...
knows, you'll see him and you'll go, oh, it's Rylan.
Oh, that guy!
Rylan.
He looks a bit like Rylan.
He looks a bit like Rylan.
He does. So the reason is he has like a very thin millimetre line of hair
Rylan.
running from his moustache area all the way up to his ears. It's like a kind
It's
of...
the same picture. It's the same picture.
It is actually kind of similar, you're right. So Rylan is... We've solved the mystery.
I mean, the thing that really gets me about the picture is how hairy the neck is.
Right.
Look, because they've done like little hairs on the neck that they've drawn.
That is weird. Yeah.
All over the neck, hairs.
And you can also see the outline of his egg-shaped head through his hair. But then that is...
I think that's more the artist.
Well, no, but if that's on
Drawing.
purpose...
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's
He's
like a
got
thinning hair.
Right.
So a man with thinning hair, very close set eyes.
Yeah, big, close set
Quite
eyes.
a cute little Barbie doll nose. And
One ear.
One ear. And a very single line of hair running from under his nose to his ear. Very, very sparsely hairy neck and chin. A very thin line of a mouth.
Yeah.
And then I assume
Thin
that
lips.
is the scar, the distinctive red scar on his neck.
Oh, maybe that is a scar.
But it says so. Look, bartenders have been urged to notice this whiskey thief with a distinctive red scar on his neck. Now,
Oh my God.
I feel like they should have annotated that on the drawing.
They should have coloured it in red with a red biro.
Or just written an arrow that said red scar neck.
Oh, yeah, and maybe notes about the colour of the hair.
Looks
colour
a
of his
bit like
eyes.
Rylan.
Like skin colour.
So what did he do?
He stole whiskey.
I need more.
Yeah, that's what he said. And then they gave it to him and then he ran off. Yeah. So this happened in Brighton, or Brighton and Hove.
Okay. At Hove Place, a bistro pub.
Oh.
He tapped his card and bolted for the door. Oh, so he tried to pay. But maybe it was like a beep thing. But you know when you beep your card?
Yeah. Contactless payment.
It doesn't
Chip.
always go through because
RFID.
if you go over the limit, like if you've only beeped your card for ages.
What is the limit now? It keeps going up.
Well,
it was 20 and then it was 40.
No, but there's like
I think it's
a
more
hidden
now.
limit where when you have like 5 or 6 contactless transactions, it asks you to put your pin in again.
Right, yeah.
And that's happened to me. I beeped it,
What the,
thought it had gone
how
through,
much shit are you buying?
went to go. Well, not very much, but I just
Well,
had.
obviously it was.
Well, I hadn't put my pin in a long time, obviously.
Oh.
You see what I mean? So I'm wondering whether this is all a misunderstanding. Because I did this the other day.
What, you stole whiskey from a pub in Hove?
Not exactly the same, but I was in a cafe. I've already told you this.
Okay, all right,
previous-
paint the picture. Sure, okay.
I was in a cafe.
Yeah.
Sometime
What did you order?
I ordered, I think I had like a cafe latte and a cinnamon swirl.
What was in the what milk was in the cafe?
Oat milk.
Oat milk. Lewis is vegan.
And the vegan cinnamon swirl as well.
Okay.
I don't want to name the place because if I name it, then everyone will go there and I won't be able to go
Spicer
there.
and coal.
It wasn't spicy.
Okay.
Let's not go through all of them. So.
Pret a manger.
No, it wasn't there, but I'm not going to say yes or no to any further questions just to keep it secret.
Coffee number 1.
Sure. So it was one of these places where sometimes as soon as you go in, they're like, oh, just sit down, and they serve you at the table.
Oh,
And sometimes
that's nice.
sometimes they're just not doing that, and you go and buy at the bar, at the counter.
Right.
And
But sometimes if you sit down first,
yeah.
your brain is telling you that you've already paid for the things that you get.
Well,
and then you end up walking out and not paying.
This is exactly what happened. So every time I've
done
there
that before and then walked back in.
Well, that's what I did. I didn't,
like 10 minutes later and I totally forgot that I didn't pay.
Well, this is what I did again, and they were pretty unhappy with me.
That happens to everyone at some point.
But what I'm saying is, this guy, if he just walked out, maybe he would have been like, oh shit, I forgot to pay, I'll come back. Probably didn't, because he's pissed.
But then he did his face did the Grinch thing where he just went, he turned all evil.
Right, yeah.
Maybe I won't pay. I've gotten away with the perfect crime.
Yeah. It's not the perfect crime, because he's now got his face all up on
he doesn't. He's got a drawing of his face.
Which looks nothing like him. It's true.
I think we would both be able to recognise this man if he walked in right now and said, got any whiskey? I'd probably go, no, wait a minute. Something about this man.
But it sounds like the red scar is the distinctive part, though. But maybe that was just a trick, right?
He peels it off.
Yeah, or it's lipstick.
Oh my God, it's like at the end of Usual Suspects.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Where the limp suddenly disappears.
Yes.
And then he gets into a car.
The perfect crime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, probably not. Let's just... Look, I'm someone who'll give people the benefit of the doubt, right? I think people jump to the conclusion that a crime has been committed, whereas in fact...
You were just saying how cynical
sometimes people are just forgetful.
Earlier, you were just saying how cynical you are, and now you're like, I'm the kind of person who gives people the benefit of the doubt. I always like to think the best of people. Not news.
This isn't news either,
what?
Is it? Is this news?
This is news!
This isn't news.
A man!
It's only news because there's a funny face picture drawn and it's
There's
so
a funny
dumb.
Man
if
face.
they hadn't drawn this stupid dumb picture, no one would be doing this news. This isn't news.
There might be... We haven't fully read.
I've had enough of Simon's Peculiar Portions not containing any kind of news.
How dare you? How dare you?
I want...
Get him, Daff.
The defender of the podcast. Get him, Daff. We've trained him the attack dog.
It's like when people have Dobermans and they put down like raw steak in front of them and Doberman's completely still and they say, Louse!
Right.
And
Jesus Christ. What's the attack word for Daff?
Blitzkrieg.
Sure it is.
Blitzkrieg.
Yeah. Let's not.
No. Just an example. It's okay. I've got to do it in a German accent.
Right.
He was trained. He's not from Germany.
Where did he learn?
Brazil.
Right.
From his owner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not Argentina.
Joseph.
Oh.
I think it's a Brazilian name.
Is
like
it?
Portuguese.
Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah.
That's very nice man. Very well dressed.
Very nice, I'm sure. A lot of medals. Oh, right, here we go.
The guy came in and asked for a double whiskey. Nothing specific, just whatever we had. So he didn't even order like a good one.
A guy came in and asked for a double whiskey.
So they gave him like bells or something, right? The safe bet.
Look, I want to know how many percentage of people do ask for a specific whiskey, though. You know what I mean? Because if I go in and ask for a gin and tonic, they sometimes will say to me, they'll ask me what one I want, and then I'll tell them. Yeah. But otherwise, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just wondering, like,
If someone's clearly already pissed, you probably wouldn't ask them. You just give them the house
cheapest
or the cheap one. Yeah.
Whatever's left over. Here's the thing. They're making... Look, I'm just saying that we should... When we're analysing a testimony...
Which is what we're doing. We're in a court of law.
Like this.
Yeah.
I just have to say...
We need to find the truth.
The guy came in and asked for a double whiskey. As if that is a problem. Like, nothing specific, whatever we have. I don't think that's a problem. I would think that that's just normal.
It's the problem is it's the details is what's important in stories like this.
Yeah. But they're making more out of this than there needs to be, is what I'm saying. Immediately. Like, from sentence one... They're like justifying themselves because they might think this was a legit mistake as well, but they've already drawn the picture. The news people are coming in.
There's more. Literally, the next. We need to read the next sentence because it does go in. Okay.
Sure.
I recognised him because he had a distinctive scar on his neck, but that was maybe a year ago, and to my knowledge, he hadn't tried stealing anything then. But he recognised him. So a bell rang in his head.
Sorry, so this man
He
had come in...
recognised him.
So this man, this bartender, not only recognised one guy who came in a year ago, but they remembered him because he hadn't tried stealing anything. How do you remember someone that came in a year ago that hadn't tried stealing anything?
Because he would be on. There would already be like a really shittily drawn picture of him on the wall.
What did he do
Like
wrong
they turn
then?
to the side and there's like, "Do not serve these people," and it's just like 30 drawings, all like that, of all these different men.
Like a
'Cause
crazy
they are all men.
wall, right?
And it's like, okay, don't serve. Okay, no, I can't see him. He seems fine. And they have to do that every time they serve someone. They got to look at the wall.
So anyway, the bartender clocked something off, and sure, that intuition. That's sent the alarm bells ringing.
Barman's intuition, they call it. When you recognise someone, you know something's off, but it's not. You can't refuse them service because you're not sure.
What kind of savant is this barman, though, that he remembers a specific punter from a year ago who didn't do anything wrong?
There's a guy with a fucking like a slit throat, double whiskey.
Right.
You would remember that. You go.
I don't know if he had like an eye patch on. Or like something real
parrot
weird.
on his shoulder.
Yeah, real weird. But a red scar.
Double rum, please, laddie. Although that's normal. You see that all the time in Bristol.
No, that's weird because you didn't order a specific rum.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I mean?
Captain Morgan. No, that's me name.
That's such a stupid joke.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I poured him the drink, gave him the card reader. He tapped his card, necked the drink, and was walking away before I knew it.
Right.
So he didn't even
Did it beep,
do
though?
it properly. He just tapped the card.
No, but did it beep? Beep.
Clearly didn't.
I bet you it did.
Once I saw the card was declined, so it did do the thing. I called him to come back and try again, but he carried on, just kept walking out. So I chased him out the pub. He tried hiding behind a door. So
He tried... Sorry.
What?
He tried hiding behind a door, so he must have known I was coming after him.
So he left the pub, hid behind a door in the street.
What?
What?
And so then he confronted him. I told him he still had to pay. And he said he had no money. And asked what I was going to do about it.
What are you going to do about it? I ain't got no money, you fucking
I told him that I'll have to pay for the drink out of my own tips if you're going to ditch.
This must have made him feel guilty because he then offered to work in the kitchen cleaning dishes. And then offered to steal something for me. Are you still thinking the best of him?
Well, no, I mean...
Offered to steal something for me. To pay for the whiskey that he stole.
How does that go? How does that conversation go?
You're going to have to pay for this, otherwise I've got to pay for it. It comes out of my tips. Well, I can clean dishes in the kitchen. I can steal something for you.
What?
You want a car radio? I'll get you a car radio.
What am I going to do with a car radio? It's 2022.
You ain't got a car?
Yeah, but what? It's got a radio in it.
Yeah, I'll get you a good one.
But
all the wires hanging out of it and shit. There might be a few indentations around the fascia because I've got to get the screwdriver and prise it out.
Right.
I don't know what this accent
No,
is.
it's great.
I gave him a good 5 minutes scolding before telling him to never come back.
5 minutes of scolding? Who is this person?
What is he saying?
For 5 minutes, right? You scold me for 5 minutes.
Okay, you're the psycho.
Okay. Yeah, you what are you going to do about it? Do you want a car radio?
I got to pay for it out of my tips.
Yeah, well, I could steal like an old grandma's purse if you want.
Stealing's wrong. You're a very naughty person. I think that you need to take a good, strong think about the kind of person that you are, because otherwise you're going to go to hell and you're going to burn there forever. And Jesus said, thou shalt not steal. Okay, it wasn't Jesus. It was God said that. Moses wrote it down on the tablets. And he said, don't steal, because that's bad. And that was either the 8th or 6th commandment, depending on what specific part of the church that you believe in. And so I think that maybe you need to see a therapist, get some help, turn your life around, because I like to think the best of people, and you're actually very mean and very naughty, and I think that you're a bad person, but I want you to be a good person, because I like to think the best of people, and really, honestly, at the end of the day...
Keep going.
I'm done.
That was like a minute. That was like 1 minute.
5 minutes scolding.
4 more minutes. Can you imagine 4 more minutes of that?
The guy's just stood there just like, I just want this to end.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, I didn't expect this story to keep giving. 5 minutes of scolding. That's like fucking headmistress level.
Was he like wagging his finger at him?
The whole time. You were running up. You were going red and like...
The guy's just like...
Oh, fucking hell.
The whiskey's sort of hitting a bit.
It's finally kicked in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate.
Oh.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know.
I'm terrible.
Yeah.
So do you want me to steal that grandma's purse for you or not?
Guy gets his phone out. He's just like, stood here. There's some fucking wankers having a go at me for stealing his whiskey. What a fucking pretty... Yeah.
Oh, my
sorry,
God.
Mate.
Just keeps going on and on.
Fucking keep going on. I've been stood here for like 20 minutes. It's been 2 minutes. It feels like 20.
Yeah. Well, when you did that 1 minute scolding...
He's wagging his finger at me. I should take that fucking finger and shove it right up his arsehole.
Well, you know...
He's telling me how bad I am.
Good mind to...
And I don't want to prove to him that I'm bad. I know I stole the whiskey, but I said I would mug a granny for him. And he said, no, that's worse.
I went to a pub the other day, the Hobgoblin.
Oh, God, here we fucking
in
go.
Gloucester Road. And the man in there was like, oh, big fan from the WoW days. And I was like, nice to meet you. From the WoW days.
Jesus.
And so I sat down and had a nice burger. And he was like, do you mind? It's a couple of the kitchen staff are big fans. And I was like, okay. So a couple of the young lads came out and they were like wearing like...
Yogscast merch.
No.
This is a dream you had.
They were just kitchen staff. No, they were kitchen staff.
What is this bullshit story?
This is a story that's true.
This is a lie.
This is a story that's true.
This is true.
Two young lads, about 18, maybe 19, kitchen staff, nice looking lads.
Oh, you knew it. Oh my God, did they think you were me?
No, no, but that does happen a lot. I get called, is that Simon? I'm like, no, don't worry, thank you.
No, he's the other
Still very flattered. And so they were like, do you enjoy your burger? I was like, yeah. And they were like, I made that. I was like, it was a good burger, well done.
Thank you. So the Yogscast like my burger.
No, it wasn't like that. It was nice. It was a friendly, very friendly interaction. And we had a couple of...
I didn't shove it up my ass.
That's... What? Why would you need to...
I sometimes do that. But I like you. I didn't do it. See that guy over there? Shoved it right between my cheeks. He got no idea. Look at him.
Well, look, it was fine. But,
I like you. Will you sign my chest?
So I don't know why I need.
Sign my chest.
It's okay. So in there they have a challenge. When
Shadow Isafel coming back?
I didn't ask that, actually. It was very nice. On the wall, there's a massive load of pictures of people who've done the challenge, right? The food challenge. And it's like hot wings. I think it's like 70 wings in 7 minutes or some...
They wanted to put you on the wall?
No, of course not. But that wall was full of people who'd done this challenge.
Right.
So obviously it was a very popular challenge.
Is there famous people on there? Like James Corden?
I don't couldn't see any famous people. Okay. No, it was just chumps.
But like Strepsils.
It's just regular.
Just relax.
But there were loads.
Yeah.
It was obviously like a challenge that started off as like, if you could do the challenge. I don't even think it was that bad, actually. I think it was, I know I said 70, but I think it was just 7. I think it was like 7 wings in 7 minutes, Tom.
I love that there's just like a normal side that you can order, and people that finish this side.
It's not, that doesn't...
Everyone who's eaten the side salad.
Well, this is why it had so many pictures.
I ate all this fucking lettuce. It's like 2 leaves of lettuce.
And I was like, the whole wall was covered. And so I was like, well, obviously this is a popular challenge and people, are doing it.
Right.
But if they've got all that much space, this is where the story's going, for pictures of chumps who've done some dumb challenge.
Why isn't there a big picture of you on the wall?
No, why isn't there a picture of this fucking chumper? Why didn't someone just take a picture of him and put it behind the bar? Why have they drawn this?
The man, the thief, the whiskey thief.
Everyone has pictures all the time of everyone doing stuff all the time. The first thing that happens anytime I'm doing anything is someone's whipped out their phone and taken a picture of it. That sounded weird.
Phrasing. Anyway, did you enjoy booze news?
Why do we have this long-winded outro? Can't we just stop?
Was this a good...
Why do you... No, I didn't know. There was shit. It was shit news. It was important. Okay, look. First news wasn't news. Second news was an advert. Third news barely was news. I'll give it to you that it barely was news, but it's an improvement.
Okay.
But
so out of 10 overall...
Overall news quality, 1 out of 10.
Ooh! But...
Enjoyment quality, 10 out of 10. So, you made up for it. So on average, 5.5 out of 10.
Thanks.
For this episode. But you can do better. You know, you try hard, which is where it...
Wait a minute. No, hang on. If it's 5.5 out of 10, it's not out of 10, it's out of 5 because you've got to halve it. So it's 5.5 out of 5. So actually, this is just off the scale good.
No.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how math works, Lewis.
Okay. Well, you forgot
off the scale good.
You gotta go...
5.5
forgot to
out
add
of 5.
the tens together.
Carry the 1.
But it's okay. Well, look, do you know what? You know when you got your report card as a child in school?
Yes.
They would always say, Simon Lane...
Belligerent, they called me.
Belligerent Lane.
Belligerent child. Very smart, pain in the arse.
Yeah, and if he put his mind to it...
Nuisance in class.
If he paid attention a bit more...
Always tries to be funny.
If he made a little bit of an effort...
Does stupid voices.
He would, like...
Quotes Red Dwarf way too much.
Yeah. You know, if he bucked his ideas up, he could be something. You know?
One day he might be an insurer.
An insurer?
Yeah.
Right, of what?
An actuary.
Oh.
That's what I got.
A real job. And your career's...
My job thing, guidance, counselling thing.
Yeah.
Good at statistics.
Really?
It should be in insurance, but you know who ended up in insurance? That guy from Fight Club. He was in insurance, wasn't he? Edward Norton.
Right.
And then he went crazy.
He did. In the fictional movie.
Yeah, in the film Fight Club. With Brad Pitt. Helena Bonham Carter.
Let's stop.